Thank you, Chair. On behalf of the Gender, Poverty and Social Policy Division, I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation to all of you, the Chair, members of the Bureau, and distinguished delegates from across the continent, for your participation and valuable contributions during the fifth session of the Committee on Social Policy, Poverty and Gender. Distinguished guests, we convened the fifth session on the theme of building new social contracts in Africa, choices to fulfill key development aspirations. When we started yesterday, there was following imperatives for building a new social contract for Africa's future. Education should be a lever for achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, with higher education and lifelong learning serving as catalysts in advancing multiple goals. Education should be affordable, accessible, and applicable in order to be more efficient, equitable, inclusive, and to provide the foundation for building new social contracts. And to ensure the social contract is robust, it must adopt a whole of society approach that engages all actors in society in order to foster a virtuous cycle of trust between the government and the people, while contributing to policies that provide opportunities, promote intergenerational mobility, and reduce poverty. Indeed, we've had very rich, thought-provoking, and productive discussions in the last 2 days on education and skill building, as well as on other important issues. I'm very hopeful that your recommendations and groundbreaking suggestions on how we should move forward will undoubtedly enhance the effectiveness of our work in the next 2 years and ensure that ECA can contribute positively to the achievement of the 2030 Agenda. Distinguished delegates, the recommendations that you've made will inform the work of the sub-programs in the next biennium, as well as how best we at ECA can best respond to your needs. I'll highlight a few of the areas that you've recommended the ECA should focus on. Number one, under the think tank function, you've recommended that ECA should carry out analytical work, provide its members with policy and advisory support and capacity building assistance, develop tools, and convene policy dialogues, all in support of national strategies to alleviate and eradicate poverty and reduce inequality, with a focus on such areas as social protection, population and development, migration and aging. Number two, on the programmatic front, you have recommended that ECA should assist its members in building the technical capacity to develop new social contracts with a focus on new entry points and better integration between social policies and urban policies, including through the increased use of behavioral science. And lastly, you have also recommended that ECA should enhance the knowledge and capacity of its member states to create an enabling environment to increase the participation of women and girls in non-traditional fields of study and professions in the areas of science, technology, computer studies, and engineering. Distinguished guests, I'd like to offer a reflection on how ECA will work on the recommendations. Following this meeting, I think we've already discussed that we are going to sort of condense this a little bit. There are too many things for the next 2 years, but we shall review and reflect on the recommendations in order to determine how best the sub-programs and ECA can respond to them. And just to let you know, we will take your recommendations for endorsement by the member states at the Conference of Ministers of Finance, Economics and Planning. We like to call this as COM, that will take place in February 2024. I'd like to close by noting that the theme of education, the subject of this session, is an important issue for other stakeholders as well. So for instance, education is the theme for the African Union Summit in 2024. So we encourage you to continue your engagement in this important and ongoing dialogue. Friends, distinguished delegates, we look forward to working together on the objectives that you have set before us in order to address the development challenges that confront our continent. I wish you all happy holidays ahead and prosperous 2024. Hope to see you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.